What about the romances? I mean, Black Widow and the Hulk, there's always been this unfulfilled love going on there, this tension. But, you know, online people go bananas for Captain America, and what do they call you guys? Like,
Widow?
Yeah. Like, there are all these Stroganodgers, or what do they call it? Like this?
I don't know. Cap Widow sounds a lot better than that.
Off, or, yeah, I don't
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think that romance has ever really been in the air for these two. It just doesn't seem, sorry to disappoint, but
I was like, oh, well, I guess not. No, I agree though. I think there's a functionality there. There's a void that they each fill for each other, and I think they've each kind of had to face a little bit of kind of like a destruction of a belief system along the way, and I think they've each leaned on one another for different reasons. I think in a lot of ways Cap certainly looks up to Black Widow. I think she's always been a little wiser, a little more experienced, a little more calloused in the way the world really is. And I think in Civil War, you know, Steve Rogers had to learn the hard way that you know, things that you're banking on don't always, sometimes let you down. And I think in the past couple of years before we pick up in this film, they've really kind of become this rock for one another, but I don't know that it ever bleeds into a romance.
yeah, and I think that they also have a kind of, you know, they have such a mutual respect for one another, I think personally and professionally, that I think that a romance would be, it would just be, I don't even think there's room for a romance in this. Like, I don't think they have the perspective, you know, to even give room for something like that to grow. Yeah. We've got a world to see.
I was excited to see the Cap 2 footage because I haven't actually seen anything completed yet. So it was exciting to be able to introduce that to the fans and then also to experience it ourselves.
The real fans, you know what I mean? These are the people, these movies wouldn't get made without this existing fan base. It's a known property, and Marvel, you know, is aware of that. That's why these movies happen. So being able to share it with the people who truly are passionate about this property is exciting.
Stop it!
Where is it?
I didn't do this to you.
Nope.
Go.
Where is it? Well, let's see what the ghost wants. Find out what the ghost wants. Let's get this ghost.
I mean, everything that he's going to do. We've done, what, 5 films together, so I thought you knew each other well enough to play a game.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask a series of questions, and you're going to see if they're true or false about one another. And it's a game we call Avenger, a Hardly Knower. Oh, that's cute.
Okay.
All right. So, Scarlett, this is your question about Chris. Chris just directed his first film, Before We Go. It's about a family of geese flying south for the winter.
What?
Yes, that's false.
That's false. That's false.
I would watch it. It seems interesting.
Sounds long.
Well, it depends on where they're going. Chris, this is for you. Scarlett has a twin brother named Hunter, and she is 3 minutes older. That is true. In this picture, Chris is holding a Honey Crisp apple.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, what am I looking at?
How do you like them apples?
I'll say true.
Yeah, no, it's a Macintosh.
Macintosh.
It's a Macintosh.
Oh, well. I got distracted, sorry.
Certainly don't know your apples. That was why we did it, because you're Disneyland, and in this picture, he's helping a child reach for a lost balloon. We're getting him back now.
What's happening?
Macintosh. Now, what is going on? You can't do that at Disneyland.
That's not.
No,
That's not.
that is
no.
true. He's not looking for a lost balloon
That's
at all.
actually true. That's
I think you're at Coachella or something. I don't know what you're doing. All right, Chris, Scarlett loves karaoke, and her go-to song is Baby Got Back.
I do know she likes karaoke. I'm going to say true.
You're wrong.
Come on!
No.
Come on!
She refuses.
God, you don't know anything about me.
It's over.
No. Oh, no, come back.
Wait, don't. I'm afraid you're going to come back, like, behind me again.
Chris, this is for you, Scarlett, again. Chris played Mr. Freezy in The Iceman, but in this picture, he looks muy caliente. True or false?
Yeah, he looks muy caliente.
Yes.
I'll take it.
All right.
Yes.
That's great. That was a fun game. I've enjoyed it.
Look at you, my God, you're a beast.
I know.
Your magic.
Look at that. That's what's under all that right there.
That's it.
Yeah.
No.
As a fully paid up member of the Association of Spectacles Wearers, how you cope with the wearing of the eye patch in these movies, because no matter how good one eye is, when the other eye is closed, it must affect peripheral vision. It might mean you bump into other actors, into scenery, stuff like that. Or is there an advantage? Does wearing the patch improve your putting?
You know, I've learned to turn my head further, actually, just by, doing that. But the interesting thing about the patches that I didn't discover until Captain America, the first one, was because I never had very many lines to say, was when I all of a sudden had dialogue and I would learn it the night before when I got to work. I could only see half the page. When I